Hi, everyone, and welcome. And thank you for joining us today on our Monday webinar, November the 27th. Hi, everyone that is here through Zoom and Facebook Live, and hi to everyone that's going to see us later on recorded. I have here with us, well, we all have here with us Angela Rodriguez, who has prepared this amazing presentation. So just make sure to have somewhere that you can write down all of your notes and questions so we can ask answer them through the webinar, if not at the end. And well, let's just say hi to Angela and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Cynthia. Hi, everyone. And those of you who are here with us going in the chat already, it's always nice to see you on a Monday afternoon. And so today we are going to kind of wrap up November. Isn't that exciting? We are going to have sandalwood, like the ingredient of sandalwood and some of our products of sandalwood in them for our product spotlight. We'll continue to talk about the used cycle of success. We'll be working on step 3 today. And then we're going to talk about some sales tips just of how to get in the right mindset of who can I help with a new used routine, because that has a lot of benefits for your business and obviously for the people who start using these new routines. And then last week, we started talking a little bit about the digital catalog, and we're going to get to know that a little bit better. So I'll actually pull it up on the screen and show you, kind of walk you through what that looks like. If you can, if you have, like, let's say you're watching me on your phone, grab a laptop and pull up your virtual office so that you can do that along with us. Today, it kind of sticks in our memory better if we actually get to click around on our own and explore that cool resource. So, and then we'll wrap up with a few time sensitive announcements. So sandalwood is our product spotlight today. Let us know in the chat if you already use any of our sandalwood products. We have the bath essence, the body butter, and it is just, I have the body butter on my hands. It's one of my, I use either the chamomile hand cream or the sandalwood body butter on my hands because they are really dry all winter long here in Wisconsin. And oh, it smells so good. It just makes my brain so happy. So in that, like, there's a reason why, right? So sandalwood is a natural sedative. So it's a great calming oil, great for meditation, great for that getting that deep sense of peace. It's also a natural mood lifter and has lots of aphrodisiac properties. And that's all related to just like calming our system down and helping us be our best selves, right? It is a tree native to India. It's considered sacred in India, and it is protected because it's a in high demand, right? Everyone wants it. It smells so good. It's used a lot in the perfume industry and obviously in the essential oil industry. So it is, considered sacred, and it is protected in India. And that can make it like a little bit of a pricier ingredient sometimes as well. It has a really deep, powerful aroma, but your brain really reacts to it, right? And I try to explain this, I try to describe this aroma to people. If any of you don't have it at home yet, I say it kind of feels like a woody vanilla aroma, I guess you would call it, right? And then we have other essential oils mixed in with it, but it's amazing. I absolutely love it. I have it on my hands right now. If you're like, why is she smelling yourself? Okay. And, and this is great for any of your customers who are trying to achieve just that sense of spiritual harmony, better mindset for intimacy and connection with other people, and just to cleanse their mind and just feel good about their day. This is a great thing to have in your everyday routine as well. So when we are really promoting our sandalwood products to our customers, I would talk about it from a place of romance, love, or self-love, self-care. You can really focus on just taking like that 20 minutes to soak in a nice warm immersion bath with sandalwood bath essence. It's great for clearing your mind and just taking a moment to yourself, and following that up with the daily application of the sandalwood body butter. So those two products work really well together. They make us smell wonderful. The bath essence. Now, I love this because it has a lot of our like stronger aroma oils in it. So a little bit goes a really long way. So usually like we can say a cap, 1 or 2 capfuls, but usually 1 is enough for this one. It's a great one for demonstration. So it doesn't have any color, but it kind of just has like this, like kind of like a milky texture in the water. So if you put it in a little glass dish and let people smell it, their brain just goes, oh, it's so good. And also you'll notice some of the key ingredients. It has sandalwood, jasmine, ylang ylang, which are some of our key aphrodisiac property ingredients, right? So they help reduce anxiety, boost self-esteem, just make us feel better overall. Cedar for calming effects, the rhodiola rosea extract, sunflower oil, vitamin E, those all help enhance its effect on sensuality, romance, connection. That rhodiola rosea extract also helps reduce signs of fatigue. It improves connection with each other, stimulates desire, things like that. And the sunflower oil and vitamin E combine to provide really good antioxidant and protective properties for our skin. So soaking in this has so many emotional and physical, and skin benefits that it's really worth those 20 minutes. I'll even put this in sometimes like with a body mist, and like you can spray a little in your hair. My hair's not long enough to really smell it anymore, but some people will spray this just like in the tips of their hair. I've used it in a diffuser before. However, if I use a bath essence in the diffuser afterwards, I usually clean it out with like just some alcohol and a cotton swab so that we're not leaving like emollients in our diffuser, things like that. So there's lots of different uses for it, but I highly recommend the immersion bath with this. And then we recommend that they also follow that up with body butter, the sandalwood body butter, for 24-hour moisture on their skin. I use this a lot on my hands, but also on my body, right? So like, especially like the elbows, knees, places that need a lot of extra moisture. And so this has a lot of the same types of ingredients that still have those aphrodisiac and calming properties, but you'll notice it also has shea butter, which is like top notch, high, like really deep moisture that's going to last a long time on our skin. Jojoba oil, which is also, it mimics kind of our skin's own moisture properties. We have the soy oil, the biotin, etc., and then our mood enhancing essential oil. So these all work really well together. It is such a thick and creamy and luxurious texture. It is bigger than sometimes, like when I first got this, it is bigger than what I thought it was going to be. Really high yield. It's great. And this is something, if any of you are doing like holiday shopping events, bazaars, open houses, wellness fairs, things like that, this is a great one to buy a few of these to have on hand. And I think it retails like $27 right now. I usually put it at like a flat 25, and they sell so well. I demonstrate it. I just take like a Q-tip and demonstrate a little bit and let people try it on their hands, and they fall in love like you would not believe. This is one that I can sell the fastest because of its price point, multi-purpose, an aroma that so many people love. So that's another thing to think about if you're planning some more holiday shopping for end of November or beginning of December. Okay, so any questions about any of those sandalwood products? Go ahead and put a comment or a question in the chat. If you already use one of these products, let us know. We'd love to hear more testimonials about them. But just remember that this is like a little bit different than a lotion because it is a body butter. So it doesn't really have oil and water combined together. It has like thicker, smoother ingredients that it has like shea butter, vegetable oil like jojoba, like carnauba wax that makes it like a thick butter that lasts longer on our skin. So, all right. So go ahead and add any comments or questions in the chat and we will happily get to them. Thank you so much. Okay. So sandalwood, it's a really popular ingredient and has lots of emotional and physical benefits. So make sure that we share that with our customers. It's also a really good gift. Okay, so today we want to continue talking about the use cycle of success. We're going to focus on step 3. Remember that this cycle of success is found, you can get it in Virtual Office, but it's also on the new consultant checklist and in the link tree as well. And it goes over a lot of key information that your new consultants will need as they get started with their business, and also for us just when we want to refresh on something. So today we've already talked about finding your motivation, your why, setting goals, using and learning about used products to become an expert on them, using our guides, our manuals, etc. And now we want to also talk about how can we support our consultants with how to sell used. So there are a few different resources linked in here. I'm going to show you kind of one by one. First, CESAR has this really good 4 ways to sell used video created, where it goes through what does it look like to sell via spas and demonstrations, via your personal website by sharing that link, with PCC for anyone who's ordering regularly, follows a used routine, and wants to save on their used products, and individual orders where we're working one-on-one and helping our customers place those orders. So there are a lot of ways to be successful using one of those or all of those, depending on their comfort level. Also, there is an example of a virtual spa guide demonstration. So you'll see Cesar kind of walks through an example in this video that's linked on there. Cesar kind of walks through an example of how to go through the muscle and joint care spa. So it's just helpful so they get a sense of what it looks like. And there's also the quick demonstration guide that goes through kind of used favorites and essential 3. This is one that they'll also have in like a protected, like laminated form that they get with their consultant kit, but it's just in a PDF, like digital format for them, that's linked on the cycle of success. So this is a really easy way to just kind of get someone familiar with the kinds of products that Used has to offer. And this is actually something that you could use with a new consultant to give them like their first demonstration if they have questions, they're kind of new to the full line that Used has to offer. And like I said, that's focused on the used favorites and the essential 3. Also, there is this nice, easy to follow image that shows new consultants how to place personal consultant orders. So that is often like one of the first steps that they have to know. So it shows them that they can go into their virtual office, they can click on orders and click on personal supply order. Or it also shows them, okay, you have your consultant app, you've logged into it, you click on the little cart at the bottom that takes you into the consultant catalog. Beyond this, you might just want to clarify like that the prices that they see in these 2 places already have the 25% discount, and things like that. So that's a question that tends to come up, but it's a really helpful image, even that you can get from the cycle of success and send to them directly. It's already made for you here. So this is a really good, for team leaders, for new consultants, a really good resource to get them started on that so that they can get their business rolling in a simple and easy way. Also, there's a link to this folder that has the information about the preferred customer club and what those benefits look like. So you as a consultant want to be a pro at this. You want to be an expert so that you have the confidence to offer and answer questions correctly. So you can really go through this, but you want to have like an abbreviated version of these materials that you can share with people when you are offering the PCC. It might be something good to have written up in your notes or something that you can easily copy and paste. But here is the full consultant side of it, the information of how the PC works with used dollars and that 10% discount. There's even a little video too that kind of has an overview too. Okay, so any questions about that? Those are some great training resources that are available for consultants. Team leaders, make sure you're making reference to those and taking advantage of those on a regular basis. Okay, now for our sales tips this week, we want to talk about kind of identifying a key audience that has a key need and helping them develop a new used routine. I want you to take a moment and let me know in the chat. I want to hear from you a little bit. Why is that beneficial to our business to have a key audience with a specific need, and we help them to like purchase a set or start a new used routine for something? What are some of the benefits of that? I'm going to wait just a moment so you can share a few ideas in the chat. Why is this beneficial for us to model and demonstrate a whole used routine for our existing customers and our potential customers? And I kind of already gave one of the answers away, but I'll wait for some more in the chat. Why is that beneficial to our business? So one thing, like I already mentioned, is that it encourages the purchase of a set versus just a single item. Yes. And really, by the time they're combining a few different products for the same needs, they're going to probably get better results, right? So they're getting a more complete routine that really helps them get a really good, solid result. I see in the chat, so they learn more about the products and selling things that will work as a good treatment, right? So you get a more, by you doing that demonstration of the complete routine, you're not just sending them a link to buy the set, you're giving them like a full tutorial of how to use it correctly and get good results. Good. Thank you so much for sharing in the chat. Anything else? I'm going to share a couple more things too. This is also really helpful for building your PCC enrollment, because once someone starts a routine, that means refills, right? So that's also helpful. And it just helps you have more consistent sales, because if they have a routine that is specially designed to meet their need, it's working well for them, they're going to keep buying it. You keep the follow-up and they're going to keep refilling that as well, which helps with more consistent sales for us as consultants. So, remember that there's lots of different needs that we have to offer. Think about, these are some of our topics, like our spa topics, right? But you might have someone who has who's experiencing a lot of stress at work, who is struggling with respiratory care. They've got, a family that's just sick all the time, things like that. You might be, one that I do often this time of year is respiratory care and dry hand treatment. So like I'll combine the detox gel for how to gently exfoliate my hands, care and repair oil or marigold cream that I like for around my cuticles, and then the chamomile hand cream for the rest of my hands, things like that. Just think of it as like a routine that's really going to get them top-notch results for a specific need that people have been talking about. So this is kind of a way to start your brainstorm, but there are even more specific topics than just these. And so when we're thinking about this, it's really a simple process, but sometimes we kind of forget to do it, right? So just choose a popular topic or need. So like I said, dry hands, cold and flu season, something like that. Become an expert on the topic and those products that are involved. So look at your product manual so you know all the do's and don'ts and how to use and what it's good for, right? So take a look at the manual for each particular product and use those new wellness event guides for like respiratory care, stress-free life, etc., so that you know how to talk about it, right? That's a great script to use when you're doing these demonstrations. Then create a demonstration. This could be like a Facebook Live or Zoom, things like that. It could be a workshop or a wellness event in person or virtual that you're focusing on like a specific routine, hopefully a set that you can get with just one link, like one direct link that you can share with people later. Reach out personally to people. Hey, I know that you mentioned that you're struggling with dry hands the last time I saw you. I'm doing this workshop to show just like a simple 3-step process that I do to keep my hands in better shape throughout the winter. Are you interested in learning more about it? Things like that, right? And you share a link that invites them to your event or that shows them the product, a direct link to the product, etc. And then, like I said, this is really key. It's so simple, right? But it's going to build the value of becoming a member of your PCC for refilling that routine. And, those routines equal refills, which equal more consistent sales for you as a consultant. Yeah. So just help people fall in love with a 3-piece routine, like a 3-step routine, so that they get really great results and keep coming back for more. So I think of like the skincare routines, hand care routines, respiratory care routines, pain, like the pain away set for muscle pain. You could just work on people, like a ton of people have tension in their back and shoulders. You could talk about body balm, juniper, and 31 herbal oil for releasing tension. That's another one that gets a lot of hits when I talk about it with my customers. So just pick a need that you are really comfortable talking with, and if you're talking about. And if you're not, become an expert and ask some questions. We're happy to help you with that and help them fall in love with that new routine. Okay. This is what we do. This is how we bring wellness to people in their everyday lives. We help them build this new habit for themselves so they can lead a healthier, more comfortable and happy life, right? So that's why a lot of us are here. And so like I said, if you choose, I'm going to give you just a couple of examples. If you choose to talk about muscle and joint care, right? Like let's say something specific like shoulder and back pain, neck pain from poor posture, working on a computer, etc. I'm going to do something that talks about that need and gets people kind of hooked so that they want to learn more about it. I'm going to become an expert by looking up the manuals for the different products I'm going to demonstrate. I can get those on my personal website or the used consultant product guide. I'm going to look through the muscle and joint care wellness event guide as well and really become an expert. These are all available under spa tools and new consultant tools in my virtual office. And then I'm going to demonstrate the pain away set and have a direct link to that I can share easily with people who attend. Super simple, right? Or let's say I'm going to talk about respiratory care, breathing freely, and I'm going to look up my Eucosol and Thyme cream and tea tree oil facts. I'm going to be a pro at those 3 products by using my manual and the wellness event guide for the pleasure of free breathing. And then I'm going to have a direct link to the cold and flu season set that has the full-size Eucosol, the full-size Thyme cream, the tea tree oil. I'm going to be an expert. So I'm going to know to tell my customers, if you are having, like runny nose or stuffy nose, use your Eucosol. If you have chest congestion or if you have bronchospasms or something like that, switch from mucosal, make sure you're using just time cream then. You can also put a little time cream right here on your nose and it will open up, things like that. Like, I'm going to be a pro. I'm going to get as much information as I can about how to use those products and really build their value so that people really see that this, what is it, $127 is really well spent on that cold and flu season set. Does that make sense? So any questions about how that works? Keep it simple, keep it focused on your customers' needs, and try to do as much like one link to a specific set as you can. I know that kind of can be hard to do with certain routines, but try to do that with as many as you can. Okay. All right. So write that on your to-do list. What is a demonstration you can do this week to help someone start a new routine? Yes. Okay. Now I'm going to go through for our tech tips today. We're going to talk about another link that you can share to share kind of like an overview of use with your customers. And for those customers who really just prefer catalog shopping, we're not always going to have paper copies of our catalogs with us. They're not always going to keep getting updated in paper form because, we're just kind of moving away into more digital direction, right? So this is kind of what it looks like when people open our digital catalog. It's so cool. You just flip through the pages virtually and you can click on products, click on a menu and get lots of information. You can even add items into your cart and check out, and it's super cool. So this is something that you can share with someone who's just curious about use. This is something that you can share to your link. You can put this link to this on your link tree or your Instagram bio for people to have easy access and just kind of explore what the company is about. And when you get this link from your virtual office, it is specific to you as their consultant. So it's already going to log your information as the consultant all the way through checkout. So super cool, right? So let's go. I want you all to just take a moment and open up your own virtual office. So like I said, if you can try to follow along with me, you're going to go to your own virtual office, scroll below the quick links section, like below your stats to quick links. And then down here, it says personal digital catalog link, and go ahead and copy that link to the clipboard. You just have to click this little black button down here. Okay. And I will be going through this with you in just a moment, but those of you who are getting set up and pulling up your own computers, go ahead and do that step. Okay, so we go ahead and open up that link like we talked about last week. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to log into our virtual office. We copy that digital catalog link to the clipboard, and we're going to paste it in a new tab, and then we're going to start to explore some of the tools. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Well, I can probably do it just this way. I'm going to stop share and then reshare for you so that you can see it on my own screen. Just one moment here. And it'll give you a chance to log in. I would really love to have you do this with me so that you feel confident doing it and you remember these steps for next time. So one moment and we will be ready to go in real time here. Okay, so share my screen again. Let me know if you have any questions so far, if we're doing okay. Okay, so you can see my screen, and I'm going to get my little cursor so that it's easier for you to see. Again, I'll try to give you a chance to get ready to go. All right, so here we have copied the link to clipboard, and a little window will come up like it does on my browser anyways. It says the link has been copied to your clipboard. Okay. Then we're going to go to a new tab. It's already copied to the clipboard, so just Control V and paste, or you can right click and paste it into a new tab. Okay. And click enter, and then it will open up your catalog. Now, a good way to check that everything is working correctly is to just look and make sure that at the top in that link that you copied, since you were logged into your virtual office when you copied it, it should have your consultant number at the end of it. So just double check that that is all working correctly. And that is a link that you can send to, that is the link that you can put on your link tree, that you can put in your bio, that you can send directly to customers who are asking about use and just want to take a peek at what they have to offer. Yes? Okay, now a few key tools here. You will see it's 68 pages long. So if you click on the menu, which are these three little lines, you will be able to open the table of contents. So that is something to point out to your customers. I say if you click on the little menu, you can choose from a table of contents that kind of breaks it down by categories. Yes. And so if you click on aromatherapy, pure essential oils, it will pop right to that page. So that can be a time saver for people. Also, when they're on the page, this is all interactive. So if they want to learn more about bergamot, they can click on the little plus button by that. They can choose a size and they get the little description like what we would normally see on our shopping website. They can see the description and the regular price. So this is going to have the regular retail price. If something is on promo, it's not going to show up here as the promo price, but once they add to cart, go to checkout, then that will all balance out. So that's just something to be aware of as well. But look at how much information they just had access to. Ooh, I think I want to try that one. I wonder what that would blend well with, right? And they can click around and even get like emoji blends, etc. Tons of information. And then they can add that to their cart if they're like, yes, I would like that. Okay. Let's say I'm going to add orange too. I'm going to select and read some more about that. Oh yeah, that sounds like something I want as well, etc. I add that to my cart and they will accumulate. So the cart is kept right up here at the top, very easy. It's a very simple format, super easy to follow. And I'll show you a little bit too, like what other things are in here. So this is nice too for just people who want to learn a little bit more about Yoast, etc. They can learn more about the company, about our mission, a lot of things here like Galenic Masters. They have a lot of other tidbits of information like what we would normally include in a spa as well, right? And so once that is all done, then I just click my little cart and I go to checkout. And then this takes them to our Shopify shopping page. It already knows that you're their consultant. They can create an account and stuff there if they want to, but then they just do checkout as normal. How cool is that? Let me know in the chat if you have used this before, because it is a really cool tool that has been designed for us with like a lot of love and care. And we just have to make sure we're using it because like I think I'm like, how many times have people reached out to me via TikTok and they're like, oh, I haven't heard of Yoast, but I mean, it sounds really interesting, this thing that you're demonstrating. I should be sending them this link every time I respond to like, here, feel free to browse around here as well and learn more about what we have to offer. So, so just make sure that we are paying attention to that. Where did my link go? I think I clicked out of it. So here I will open that up one more time. Just a quick word to the wise here. Let's see. The only couple things that sometimes we see that aren't working correctly is if someone says they want to sign up and be a spa, they want to host a spa, they want to join your team, etc. Some of those links, I still feel like it's better to just have those conversations one-on-one. So I would not trust all of that from the catalog. But in terms of going through learning about the products and shopping, this is a really, really helpful tool. Okay, let us know your feedback on that. How do you feel about it? Have you had success? Have you ever had someone place an order from this? We would love to hear your feedback on that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my presentation back up. Okay. Okay, so that's all we have to do to get there. You log into your virtual office, scroll down to that little black box that says digital catalog, paste it, copy and paste it into a new tab. And remember to remind them there's a table of contents that they can click through, or they can just flip through the pages. They click on that little plus sign to see more information. They can add to cart and then check out, and it takes them to our shopping website. Super, super easy. If you want to practice with this, remember to send your digital catalog link to Cynthia. A couple of you already have, but it's a great way to practice it and get Cynthia to just give you that quick feedback of like, yes, it's the right link. Everything's working fine. Go ahead and put it in your bio, your link tree, etc. So I'll leave her number up there if you need it to send that practice round to her. Okay. Okay, so for our call to action this week, so we have a few things on our to-do list, right? Hopefully we gave you some ideas of things to try this week in your youth business. Remember to keep organizing or participating in holiday shopping events in November, or if you're planning for December as well, wellness fairs, bazaars, open houses. You can just plan your own and have people come over and check out your youth products, whatever works for you, but take advantage of holiday shopping. Add that digital catalog link to your social media bio, like Instagram lets you put multiple links now in your bio, or add it to your link tree. You can put this right at the top of your link tree so that people who are checking out what else you have to offer can flip through that catalog. And as just an extra goal this week, try to find 3 new PCC members, people who are already using some use routines, people who get excited about a use routine that you've demoed with them and they're going to buy it. Anytime someone's spending around $300, I highly recommend that because I said, you know what, it's already paying for itself with its discount. So just remember, like really talk about PCC a lot and work on those routines. So demonstrating full routines and sharing those direct links with your customers. Okay, so thank you everybody who has joined us live and who is catching the replay. I hope you all have a great day and have some new inspiration for your to-do list for running your youth business this week. And those of you who are with us live, just stay tuned for a couple minutes and I'll give you a few quick reminders.